think about it, there's often like a negative connotation attached to being alone, for lack of a better term, right? But in all actuality, when you think about it, being alone is one of the best things that you can actually do for yourself. And what do I mean by being alone? So being alone, you're actually getting in tune with who you truly are instead of being distracted by everything that's going on outside of yourself. You get to be in tune with your thoughts, your emotions, and things of that nature, and the things that you might need to heal. Because most of us, quite frankly, on this planet Earth, most of us spend so much time seeking validation outside of ourselves and don't take the time to look within. And actually, we're quite afraid to be alone because we know we're alone. You know what I'm saying? That's when those thoughts, those fears, those insecurities that we don't want to face, that's when they show up. But the best thing that you can actually do for yourself is face those fears, face those thoughts, face that hurt. You got to heal yourself. You got to face it to get over it and get through it. Face it full throttle. If you have some fears, you want to dig a little deeper. Why do I have these fears? Why do I have these insecurities? You start asking yourself these questions. And once you start asking yourself these questions, the universe will answer to you, your ancestors, your higher self. That is what you're doing essentially when you're alone. You're communicating with your higher self. You're in communion with your higher self. In order for you to, manifest, in order for you to, you know what I'm saying? In order for you to truly know yourself and others, you have to know who yourself is, and you can't do that without being by yourself. Getting to know yourself. You get to know your likes, your dislikes. You understand, you'll start to think about things in retrospect, things that transpired a while back. Meaning like something that transpired to you that makes you insecure, some type of level of trauma that happened that you wanted to avoid, that you submerged, that you suppressed, that comes up, that you avoid, that you still suppress, that you figure out once you're alone, that you have to face, that you don't want to face, but that you need healing with in order for you to move forward in life. If you feel like you need to be around a bunch of people, if you feel like that you need to seek out validation outside yourself, you really need to be alone and face those demons that you have. You really need to face those fears. You really need to face those insecurities. You really need to face whatever it is that's stopping you from getting to know yourself. And the only way that you'll do that is to be by yourself, to be alone.